The fantastic thing about Gamers Abyss is that it's a free, open community to anyone, even if they're bronze, if you're master. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. The guys there practice a ton. I see them in their channel all the time. Gamers Abyss on battle.net. And their website's pretty snazzy as well. They've got a forum section. They're really active in responding to people who post there, especially for the first time. So don't be afraid to check that out. And don't be afraid to check out SE2 Links, especially if you like watching StarCraft. We cover things like the GSL, MLG, the Home Story Cup. We also cover StarCraft 2 shows as well. So in addition to the major StarCraft 2 VODs, we've got VODs from all of your favorite shows, including GSL Banelings, Inside the Game, Live on 3, Chanman V shows. The list goes on. Hop over for yourself, gamersabyss.com and se2links.com. But we are going to jump into the next game off the bat. And spawning in the upper right-hand corner of the map, he took down the first map with some excellent macro, great decision-making, and fantastic scouting of the map, knowing his timings very well. It is the player from Complexity, coLqxc. And spawning in the lower left-hand corner of the map, he is the player from Evil Geniuses, the Protoss. He's admittedly struggled in the Terran matchup, but I think he's got something up his sleeve. He will pull through eventually at some point. I have faith. He's in control. So as mentioned before, the TVP matchup can get a little bit interesting. coLqxc is definitely a micro-based player who is strong in the macro department, so it's not shocking to see him go for the bio play with the ghosts and the Viking developments there. It's very, very standard, very effective, but it doesn't look like EGiNcontroL was able to get his storm out as fast as he wanted to. If he was able to zone out a lot of that bio with storms, the tides of the battle would have at least delayed long enough for him to get that third base and really have that kick in. It looks like coLqxc just took advantage of the fact that he got his third base up just slightly faster, and with that little slight economic advantage, you can at least push your opponent, try to trade as well as efficient as possible, and in doing so, you set yourself up to perhaps put the opponent in a lesser position than the one that you're in. But we'll have to see what goes through EGiNcontrol's head right now. I'm not really sure where he's at in terms of his practice with Wings of Liberty. He has been playing Hardest Swarm, but so has coLqxc, so both these players probably equal in that regard. I did not get a beta key. If I did, we would have to at least ask the players if they wanted to play a couple of games in Heartless Swarm. And I'm sure if things develop further, we may see them do that. Interesting pylon placement here from EGiNcontroL. I wonder what he's actually going to be trying to accomplish with this. Perhaps some type of hidden tech? It doesn't seem likely that he's going to drop anything down here to wall off the natural, but you never know. You never really know. coLqxc does look like he's going to opt for a 1-rack CC, and scouting out with his Marine to make sure, yeah, okay, you're not tricking me, you're not hiding a pylon, you're not doing any type of shenanigans. No shenanigans. But, you know, shenanigans, I don't know if that's exactly what EGiNcontrol's mind is looking towards. This probe is going to try to sneak in here, and he is actively scouting with it. He did see that there was no command center dropped. And, oh, coLqxc, talk about shenanigans. Shenanigans! Farver, what's that restaurant you like to go to all the time? Shenanigans! 3 barracks in the main. This is going to be a Marine pump. He has not taken any gases. We'll see if he pulls SCVs, does the little SCV train. He is going to deke with a bunker up here. coLqxc, you are so smart. coLqxc, you are so smart. And EGiNcontroL is going to opt for the Nexus. You know, actually, we'll see how smart of a move this is. This does seem a little bit playful by coLqxc, and kind of risky if he doesn't execute this 100%. He doesn't really have much to fall back on. It's just minerals, but with 4 barracks total, that's a lot of minerals. Barracks is going to finish just at that time, and 4 Marines right off the bat coming out. The Stalker is going to posture up at the ramp, but this has got to be so careful here. Taking all the shields down. A little bit of damage to the interior guts of that Stalker. But it should be okay. EGiNcontroL has no clue. EGiNcontroL has no clue that all these barracks are down now. But he is 4-gating. He is making 4 gates right now with this Nexus, so transitioning into a little more economic 4-gate and dropping that Nexus down first. We'll see exactly what the probe sees here. Just You know, that's an odd amount of Marines for this point in the game. I wonder how EGiNcontroL is responding to this. He's responding with a forward pylon. I don't think this is for pressure. I'd be shocked if it was for pressure, if he warps in up here. Because he doesn't know, but... Okay, coLqxc is going to see that EGiNcontroL Stalker sees his Marines here, and will he reveal them? Oh man, this is so crucial. If EGiNcontroL was looking at that Stalker, he would have seen the fact that the Marines are there, but now he's going to know, alright, he has got to have the tip off, that the hat has been tipped, his warp gate research is done, so he is going to have 4 gates to defend this right now. coLqxc doesn't have a command center dropped. He's sitting on 25 SCVs, making additional 2 depots, so he's going to want to be preserving his units and pumping an additional 1, but this is a lot of Marines, and there's just not that many units at the front of EGiNcontrol's base, but he's opting to stay in the main, and he's pulling his pros back. What a fantastic decision here from EGiNcontrol. Looks like he is going to sack the Nexus. He knows something's definitely up, and with these pylons going into place back here, if he fends off his ramp, if he warps in a sentry, he definitely needs a sentry. Okay, if he is going to get that sentry, so he will be able to force field off his ramp, and if he can trap some of the Marines half up, half down, he can do a ton of damage. These Stalkers outrange the Marines, and now he's just seeing, oh my goodness, that is a ton of Marines, and the SCVs are pulled. That sentry is in the front, though. He's been so careful, but the sentry gets snapped. The neck of the sentry is snapped, and these forward pylons aren't going to do anything for EGiNcontrol right now. He's preserved all the units at the front of his base. The SCVs are even going to be pulled now. One bunker is going down, but this is such a crucial little situation here, and coLqxc is following up with the command center. So even if he doesn't kill EGiNcontrol right now, he's still going to have the CC. He knows, okay, I'm on even footing with my opponent, but EGiNcontrol is warping in these zealots at the top. What is he going to do with them, though? We don't see any units for coLqxc at home, so this could be super effective. In fact, he's going to keep going with it. But he needs a sentry at home. If he doesn't have a force field up his ramp, he could be in so much trouble. Those Marines are not too healthy, though, and with this bunker now being focused down, one Stalker does fall. Can he get the repair off? Can he kill the Zealots? I don't know. This is such a delicate situation. Is he going to... Oh, you stop... Is he going to use Stop Micro on the ramp? He is pulling SCVs. They have not been targeted on the middle path, so they can't get down there. EGiNcontrol is deking up the front with the Stalkers. He is bunkered in, though, and all of those Zealots do die. He did drop it down additional pylons, but is this a waste for EGiNcontrol? Is everything just going to die? Yes! I'll answer my own question there. It is going to die, and coLqxc not even opting to make the abortable command here. He knows he's just in a better position right now. His expansion is finished. He's got more SCVs, he's got way more Marines, and he's just starting to mine gas, now sitting on 200 gas total. He could drop down a factory, he could drop down engineering base, he can do pretty much he wants. I would love to see a tech lab for something, but I don't know if it's even going to matter at this point. EGiNcontrol is pretty much all in now, losing Stalkers and Zealots. Everything's going to go down, and that warp-in isn't going to help him too much, but he is bringing additional Stalkers up to the front here. Unit counter station, 30 Marines. 30 Marines on the map. coLqxc has dropped down that tech lab, so we will see what he decides to pick off at that point in terms of the upgrades, and that's going to be so important. But all these Stalkers here, he needs to get back into the bunkers, or does he? He's just going to focus down Zealot. Zealot going down. 3 Zealots currently on. Another 4th going down. And if he moves forward, he should be able to target down these these Stalkers. Oh, this is so much intense action, and everything's being balanced. EGiNcontrol does not have the ability to expand, and he's just going to GG out, and that's probably the only decision he had at that point. Oh, man.